Hi guys, welcome to another Disney sit-down video. Today we're going to do a Disney Q&A. So Nick put out on social media the other day asking for questions about Disney and our Disney trip and our tips, anything that you wanted to know about Disney. So we've collated the questions and now we're going to answer some. There's quite a lot, so it might be like a part 1 and part 2.
And that came from like not TripAdvisor, didn't come from TripAdvisor at all. It came from Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and we had literally hundreds of questions. So we've narrowed removed the duplicates and we've narrowed them down, and hopefully Lee's made notes of who asked what.
Right, let's crack on straight away.
Right, question 1.
So, the first one is from Kimmy B73. And she asks,
I presume that's Instagram.
Yeah. So she asks, hotel versus villa. What are the pros and cons? We have always stayed on iDrive in a hotel, but considering a villa in the future, worried we would feel a little out of the way. We are used to being in amongst restaurants.
Right. Can I take this one? Right. So, if you're staying for 2 weeks, a hotel is probably okay because you're not going to spend a fortune. Because if you stay in a hotel, you're not self-catering. So there's no option to buy your food from a supermarket and cook it in, which is the positive side of a villa. However, you can get villas on iDrive and surrounding areas, so you can still be in the same area, but we find that a villa is much more convenient because you've got your own space, your own room, you've got a full kitchen, you usually get a pool. You can often have more people there and not feel like you're all crammed into a room.
The main thing for us is we went for 3 weeks in March in a hotel, and it was a very nice hotel, and I will definitely stay there again, but we ended up spending a fortune on food.
We spent more on food than we did on a holiday.
Yeah, because there was nothing to cook. There was not even a microwave. No. So if you do fancy a hotel, maybe look at see if they've got a bigger suite, like the
self-catering suite.
The Red Line Hotel had self-catering suite, which you could have asked for.
It still wasn't a full kitchen though, was it? Because we didn't have a cooker, we just had a microwave and things like that.
Yeah, but at least you could have done a little bit more, like we couldn't even do breakfast there, so...
But a villa is a house and you feel more at home rather than feel like you're staying in a hotel.
Yeah, and you get a pool and usually a heated pool, things like that. There was many times when we went back to the hotel and thought, should we get in a pool? And then we got there and it was full of people and we thought, actually can't be bothered going in, so...
It's much more private in a villa and it's usually on a housing estate with other people live, and it's just like being at home, but abroad. So I would say go for villa.
So, next one is from BeckNanny1. It's more of a statement, but I think it's a good question. She's put the coupons you found in Florida for shopping and food. So I guess she wants us to talk about those.
Yeah, so when we booked our tickets, we booked with Orlando attraction tickets, and with them you got a free gift, and with it you got an eat and play card, I think it was. And in there, it was basically a big leaflet with a load of restaurants where you get discounts. So you can use them to eat in places like Denny's and usually get 10% off. If you didn't buy tickets with them, then if you go to any of the gift shops, and there's thousands in Florida, the ones that sell a lot of tacky things, like towels of dolphins and things like that,
you'll find them. They usually have a stand as you walk in.
It's usually outside the door or in the foyer or just inside, and in it's usually rammed with vouchers. And if you're staying in a hotel as well, usually the hotel puts a voucher inside your room.
Yeah, or they have them in the foyer.
Yeah.
So wherever you go outside the parks, look in those for coupons. You won't find any discounts for Disney or Universal, although there's discounts for things like Kennedy Space Center in those coupon books. So always look.
Also as well, if you're planning going shopping and you want discount off anything other than food, then sign up on the Premium Outlets website because you get access to the VIP section, and the coupons change each day depending on what promotions the stores have got on. And I think we got 20% off most things, didn't we, when we did that?
Also, if you're going somewhere, say for instance Perkins for breakfast, look at their website first. You can usually just sign up very quickly for 20% off or something, and they'll
tell them it's your birthday.
Well, no, we didn't do that, but
we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got 20% off anyway, and we got an email within a few minutes, and while we were sat in the car park, then we got 20% off as food.
Did.
So, next question is from Donna Brooker79. Heard lots of mixed opinions on whether the iced water at Disney is okay to drink. Some people have said it's made them poorly. What are your opinions? Well, my opinion is it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
His exact words, it tastes like toilet water.
It does.
However, it is safe to drink.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't drink enough to know whether it would make you ill or not. And I know there's this big thing about take a water bottle and they'll fill it up for free. But
UK water has fluoride in it. Or fluorine in it. I'm not sure whether they have it in Florida.
It smells nasty and it tastes just as nasty. It is really
I found it fine, but usually take a bottle with you from, like, we went to Walmart, didn't we? And we got, I think, 48 bottles for $4.
Yeah.
We just took a couple of them in each, and that lasted us most of the day.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, even in the top restaurants, it's not nice. You may have seen, we went to Narcoossee's at Grand Floridian. I asked for some iced water.
She could have dipped in the toilet and just filled it up in the bowl.
It tasted and smelled awful. So.
It smells like ponds, doesn't it?
Bottled water is the way to go.
Yeah.
It is $3.50 at the minute for bottled water in Disney's, so it is pricey, but
it's $3.50 for 50 bottles at Walmart.
That's true.
So.
Right, next one is Becky23Y. What do you advise regarding phone data and Wi-Fi options in the park?
Right, I'll take this one. Okay, so we have got another video that we're going to cover some park tips, and I'm going to go in a little bit more detail about the options to be able to communicate with your family while you're inside the park. However, if you're in the UK and you've got an EE Max plan, which I don't believe is available to buy now anymore, or you've got a 3 SIM or a 3 contract and it has Go Roam on it, you can use all your data and minutes in America as if you are sat at home, up to your allowance, and then you then pay roaming charges.
And I would imagine O2 and Vodafone have something similar.
I think they do, but those are the two that we're familiar with.
So just phone your provider and just see. You might already be on one, you don't know, because we were already on the Max plan.
But you can buy bolt-ons for international use. I'm not sure how much they are, but I know that they are available from most providers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, same person has said, do you use a travel card for money or just regular credit card?
We have 2 options available to us. We have a Caxton card, or a Caxton FC card, that you control with an app on your phone. You credit the card with the app on your phone using your debit card. You can use it in cash machines abroad. You can use it to pay for goods, and the exchange rate is almost as near as what the Bank of England charge. So if you go to two-way, I think you get a really, really crappy exchange rate, but if you use Caxton FX, cuts out the middleman and you get a really good exchange rate. And I think if you load it with $1,000, you get an even better rate. However, when we went to America in March, we didn't use that because we have a Santander credit card where it's free to use and it's a similar conversion as well.
And everywhere takes credit card.
Yeah.
So there was hardly anywhere we needed cash, really, was there?
I think we took $200, and I think in the end we were struggling to get rid of it in the last week.
Well, we saved a lot for the maid, because you need
the tips.
Yeah, the tips and things like that. So obviously you need cash for tips.
Yeah.
Although you can put your tips on the credit card as well.
Yeah, you can tip on your card.
So same person again, Becky23Y, has said, have you seen Rivers of Light at Animal Kingdom, and if so, is it worth seeing? Yes, it is worth seeing. We saw it.
No, it's not.
Nick wasn't that good on it, but I liked it. There's no fireworks because they don't do it for the animals. It's just light projections and water.
But they do have the speakers on full blast, so even though it's not banging fireworks, the loud music would probably scare the animals.
I thought it was good. It wasn't...
I thought it was crap.
It wasn't spectacular, but I thought it was good. So if you like sort of less fireworks and more sort of light, showy and...
It was floating barges with tents on and lights inside them.
Floating animals. It was good.
And then they had projections on the tents.
So obviously there's a difference in opinion there, so just go and see it. You might as well while you're there anyway.
It's not as epic as a fireworks show. It's okay, and it's okay for where it is, but I would not rush to go back.
Cassidy94 asks, will you be doing Horror Nights at Universal, and will you be vlogging your reactions?
Yes, and we'll also be pushing by Brenda ahead of us to film her reactions as well.
And we're also going to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween as well.
The reactions there are mainly for us to be able to get hold of the candy. So we've paid, I think, $82 for 6 kilos of candy each.
We can bring back and give it to the kids.
Yep.
And say, there's your present, kids. Right, Flipping Elise says, what are your favourite rides? What's worth a fast pass?
You do yours first. I'll do mine then.
I forgot what it's called. Flight of Passage.
Flight of Passage.
You've got to try and get a fast pass for Flight of Passage.
Yeah. Soaring.
Yeah, but you don't really use a fast pass for that, really.
Well, I don't know. We went when it was relatively quiet in both times.
We always got fast passes almost every day.
Soaring is definitely worth riding. Test Track is hard to get and is worth it.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is very hard to get.
Frozen's hard to get, and it's
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train definitely. Frozen's okay, but
it's okay to do it once. Yeah.
Which is the other ones now? Tower of Terror. You're gonna go on Tower of Terror.
Oh, you definitely got to do that.
And we struggled a little bit to get one of those. We did in the end.
We've never ridden Slinky Dog because we couldn't get a fast pass. So
you can get one for that. Get it.
However, Toy Story Mania, we got a fast pass and thought it was going to be like the Buzz. What's it called?
Oh yeah,
Buzz Lightyear ride. It wasn't. It was a much more enhanced
Toy Story
version of
Mania is
that,
fantastic.
and we will definitely go and try that again. So those are our favourites, really.
One of the other really popular rides is Peter Pan, and apparently it's hard to get a fast pass for, but
Save your fast pass. Save your fast pass and your time. The other one is in Universal is the Mummy. In fact, all the rides in Universal, all the Harry Potter rides, the Mummy, Fast and the Furious, the Kong ride.
Yeah, we can't get fast passes for them.
No, but they're worth queuing for.
Oh yeah.
But if you go early,
Those
you
things
can you can ride them without waiting anyway.
Question from Jeff G, one of our patrons. Have you seen Fantasmic yet?
We have.
We have a couple of times.
Yep. We didn't see it in January. We saw it in March.
Yep.
And next time we go, we're going to do it, but we're going to do the dessert party pass.
Yeah.
Because you get a better seat, and also as well, if you're going to do that ride, do a fast pass on it because you actually get premium seating rather than just sitting anywhere.
And that also goes for Epcot,
Illuminations,
and the Animal Kingdom one. You can get fast pass for
better seats.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called, like preferred seating or whatever.
Yeah.
And at first we thought, well, what's the point of wasting a fast pass on them?
But when you're looking at it from the corner, off the edge, and you
then
see where the other people are sat, then you realise why you need a fast pass.
Right, Kim Mary on Instagram says, how many SD cards do you take to Florida and what sizes? I do have quite a lot of SD cards, maybe about 5 for instance. And
I suppose it depends if you're taking your laptop.
They're all 64 gig. But yeah, I was going to say that. For us, we daily vlog, so I have to edit and get them out there. So it's not a problem for me. I never filled the 64 gig card at once. So it was a problem because I have to edit, then get it out, edit. So, but if you go in for say 2 weeks and not gonna edit and you're gonna film every day, you're gonna need a lot.
You're gonna need a lot.
I once asked Eleanor Dream in this question, and they said they have a 32 gig card for every day that they're there. So, and she also asks how many spare batteries for your camera. I think you've got 5
4
or
or
6,
5, yeah.
5 or 6.
And we use 1 to 2 batteries a day.
Yeah.
So we always, I mean, we didn't used to, but we number them now. So when battery 1 is used, we go to battery 2, and when we get to 4, it's back to 1.
Yeah.
So we always know what's flat and what needs charging.
Yeah. Right. Water Less Valatin says, would you spend a year in Blackpool just to be able to spend a week in Disney?
No.
No, I haven't. There's nothing wrong with Blackpool, but I wouldn't want to spend a year there just to go for a week in Disney.
No.
That's an easy.
No.
Disney Darlings X says, hi guys, how much roughly do you need to budget per person to drink around the world?
We got asked this question on our Patreon chat about half an hour ago, didn't we?
So we'll do it as if we were sharing it in every country first.
Yeah.
So there's
11 countries, and the drinks range between $6 and $10 per drink. So if you're sharing and there's 2 people, it's probably going to cost you around
$90,
$90.
So if you're having a drink each, that's doubled.
Yeah, and then obviously you've got the conversion back to pounds. So it's an expensive day, but it's definitely worth doing.
I would say share, because
I'm not sharing. Not
we
again.
saw what we were like at the end of the video. Imagine if we hadn't been sharing. Had we been doing more than talking to ducks.
The upside of it as well is once you get halfway, you don't care whether you're sharing. You just get rat-assed.
Bakila says, any tips for first timers going to Disneyland, Florida?
Plan, 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 and plan.
Exactly what I would say as well. When we went, we had a spreadsheet with all our 3 weeks on.
AM, PM, and evening.
Yeah, and then we put in what we wanted to do on a morning, what we wanted to do in the afternoon, what we wanted to do on an evening.
We just rammed it in anywhere to begin with, and then we shuffled it around, and then once we were happy with how we were going to do it, and we did park, rest, park, rest, park, rest, and then we booked our fast passes around that.
Yeah.
I mean, we did change it a little bit when we were there, but it's really important that you do plan, especially if you're going with a larger group, because you're not as flexible with a larger group.
Yeah, so plan is the number one thing. Right, next question is from this kid's mum. How did you upgrade to annual pass?
Right, so we did it for we'll do it for Disney, we'll do it for Universal. So when we went in January, we bought a park hopper from Orlando attraction tickets. It was £662, and it included 14 days at Disney and 14 days at Universal. When we went in January, we walked into the guest services at Epcot and we asked them what it would cost to upgrade our normal pass to an annual pass, and they told us it was $480. So we went for lunch.
$380, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, $380. So we went and had lunch at Nine Dragons and came back and went back in and said, right, we'll buy it. And the price has suddenly gone up to $480. So we said, oh, we're not doing that. So anyway, when we got home, we sent an email to Disney and complained, and they rang us back and said, right, we will honour the price that you were quoted. And all we had to do was literally go to guest services with a reference number the next time we went back. And we did, and we upgraded, and that's how we got that.
So if you go in and you've just got like a park hop for 14 days, go into guest services and ask how much it would be to upgrade to an annual pass, because they may give you a really good deal.
Yeah.
And then we did the same for Universal as well.
You'd been emailing them before we went back in March, and they hadn't answered our query on what we wanted to do. So when we went back, we went to guest services in City Walk, and the guy said, well, you can't upgrade this because it's expired. But on the back of the ticket, it said fully expires June 2020 or something like that. So we said, well, it says this, and this person on email said we can. And he just says, all right, I'll help you with this. And he just turned around and said,
it was a great price.
$169 each. And we thought we were going to be paying $400.
So again, if you've paid for a 14-day pass or something, go to guest services,
upgrade,
ask for an upgrade, and it seems to work out really cheap.
Yeah.
Right, next question is from Charles Heston.
The Charles Heston.
Well, I
doubt it.
How much would you recommend for spending money in Florida?
It's a very, very difficult question, that. If you're gonna...
Depends if you've got Disney dining.
Yep.
Or if you're going to buy all your food.
Depends whether you want to eat in chain restaurants and all-you-can-eat restaurants.
Depends whether you've got a villa so you can cook your own food or not. It's a really difficult question. Depends whether you want to buy lots while you're over there. Shopping, depends. It really depends. You can go and, I imagine, because we've not, go and do a complete budget holiday.
I mean,
and still have a really good time.
In the past, when we went in March, the holiday cost, including our tickets, I think, including the villa, was $1,400 each.
In
January. I think it was $1,400 each, and that included us Disney tickets, flight, and portion of the villa and car. And then I think we had £1,000 that we'd saved each for spending. And I think a lot of us brought some of that spend back, didn't we?
We didn't spend anywhere near as much as we did in March, because we didn't really have time to go shopping much in January.
Yeah.
So you can go and do it on a budget, and you still have a good time. So we had a good time in January, but
I'd say £1,000 for 2 weeks if you're gonna enjoy yourself. If you want a budget, you can probably do it for about $700.
Oh, I'd say more than that.
No, if you want a budget and you didn't want to buy anything.
£1,000, including all your food as well.
Yeah. No. I mean £1,000 just for your food, not for the holiday.
Oh. Well,
your holiday's separate. Your budget, you spend that when you're there.
Food though, isn't it? There's shopping.
That's not a forced option. If you want budget,
it's
£700.
It's a very complicated question. It all depends on your circumstances.
Lee doesn't realise that when we go back in October, he'll only have £700 to spend. And
the same person has asked us a question. How do you get the confidence to vlog in public? I always panic. So we'll answer that one because we obviously vlogged in public at Disney. At the first, when we started, I guess we were a bit nervous about it, but now we just don't care.
We were just conscious that people were watching us and looking, and now when they do it,
sometimes I'm still a little bit like that. Nick don't care.
I don't care. I'll hold the camera and I'll just be talking to it, and people are more curious than anything else. A lot of people tend to jump in front of the camera and start waving.
Yeah, they always think that's a good idea. But right, next one is from Samantha Beatty. Wondered if you guys are going back to SeaWorld on your next trip, and have you considered a more in-depth video looking at the different food options available for all-day dining? So we probably won't go to SeaWorld.
It might be worth it just for that.
I really enjoyed it, but Nick wasn't as keen. But we did love the all-day dining. We thought that was fantastic.
We played that wrong because we went sort of mid-morning and we left mid-afternoon.
So we didn't know we were going to do that. We'd have been there for breakfast.
Yeah, we didn't get the full 12 hours of meals because you get one meal every hour, and you get like a side, an entree, and a dessert and a drink every hour.
Had we thought about it, we could have done a whole video just on the all-day dining.
It might actually be worth going back just for that.
Just for the food?
Possibly, yeah.
Not bothered about any animals at all.
I know, I'm not bothered about the animals and the rides.
Right, so we'll do one more question and then we'll wrap it up for this one and we'll do another part to this. So this question is from NoelB89. Now you've had time to think about it, what are your thoughts on DVC? Disney Vacation Club, if you don't know.
So we're actually going to do another video, separate video on DVC, which is going to explain what DVC is for people that don't know. We did so much research that we confused ourselves, didn't we? And we did a lot of investigative work and understand how it works, the costs, the implications, the long-term commitments and things like that. So don't forget to check out another tips video that will be based on the DVC.
But do we want to tell us what our thoughts are, whether we're going to go for it or not?
At the minute, it's probably a no, because the conclusion was that the annual fees for the points would be equivalent to a holiday a year in Florida.
So we could book a villa for 2 weeks for what it would cost just to pay for the annual fees for the DVC.
Yeah, not to mention the financial commitment for buying the points to begin with.
Which is a lot of money.
But we'll go into more detail on the DVC video.
Yeah.
Let's just do one more.
Okay, right, so Kelly and George 2017 have asked, would you ever consider moving to Florida? And
No.
no. We did consider,
home is home.
Yeah.
Florida is an escape,
Yeah.
but I certainly wouldn't want to live in that bubble. It's great for a few weeks.
Would be the size of a house if we lived
Yeah,
in
they'd have to roll us back on the plane. They
She's
really
also
would.
got another part to her question. If you could only visit one park on your next trip, which park would it be?
I know what we're both going to say here. Epcot.
Love it.
Epcot is the best park. It's an adult park.
We would drink the world every day.
Yes. We do it forwards and backwards and then again.
Yeah. So
yeah,
there you go.
So there we go. So thanks.
Yep.
Go on, you do it.
Thanks for watching our Q&A part 1. We'll do a part 2 because I have many, many more questions, but we don't want it to drag on too long.
Like you're doing now.
So thanks for watching, guys. If you're not already subscribed, please click on the subscribe button below to become a lodger. Hit the like button, click the notification bell so you don't miss out on our future videos.
And we'll see you on the next tips video.
Or tomorrow on the next vlog.
Oh yeah, that as well.
Bye.
Bye.